Okay, I think we're on the air. Happy Monday, Jason Walker Show. I have no idea what's going on. Nice little start to the week there. Nice little glitch. Nice getting kicked off the air. Hopefully we're on. But
I think we're on the air. Happy
hey,
Monday,
there we go.
Jason Walker Show.
Hold on, I hear
I
something.
have no idea what's going on. Nice little start to the week there. Nice little glitch.
I
think we're on the air.
Wow,
Happy
we got
Monday,
like three
Jason
things
Walker
going on
Show.
here. Hold on a second.
Hopefully
No
we're
idea
on.
what's going on.
Nice little.
Okay, let's do that. Okay, I think, are we good? Can we finally start talking now? Man, happy Monday. Wow, that's good stuff. That's just fantastic. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Oh,
Wow, we got.
let's see here. Let's kill this audio, and we're good. All right. Apologize for that. You can watch live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Listen live on Network One Sports, Podbean, TreasureStateRadio.com, and much, much more. We got a big show today. We're going to talk with Lindsay Kruse, the champion barrel racer from the Montana Pro Rodeo Circuit Finals over the weekend. Her 5th crown. We will chat with her coming up. Also, got your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week, and you should also get your nominations in for Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. You can get them in via email or at jasonwalkershow.com. You can tweet us at jwalkersports. You can Facebook us as well. There were some great performances over the weekend. We're going to recap some of them. And yeah, we have your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week on the way as well. So let's see here. We're brought to you by Capital Collision Center. Make sure you stop by because Montana state law says it is your vehicle. It's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center. Inside the Major Mortgage Man Cave on a Monday, and you know it's a Monday because things got haywire right off the top, but we are here and having a good time. So, all right, let's see, on this day in history coming up, and so much more. But let's start with recapping Friday. The big news that came out Friday morning with Montana and Montana State opting out of the 2021 spring football Big Sky season. Now, everybody's freaking out, but it's actually a good thing. And here's why. Because let's say someone gets hurt in spring, whether it's in practice or in a game. Well, they'll have all summer to recoup, and they won't lose 2 full years, okay? Now, if you, like Jeff Welsh said, 406mtsports.com, that if someone tears their ACL in the spring, they're also out in the fall. But you're only going to lose 1 season then, and not the 2 counting the spring. Now, I don't know how the Big Sky is going to do it. I don't know how all the teams are going to continue to play and the such, because really, without Montana State, the Big Sky is not nearly the powerhouse it normally is. Now, you still have Weber, who is a potential top 5 playoff team for sure. You have Eastern Washington, perennial power. Other than that, though, maybe UC Davis. But with the Cats, the Grizz, Sac State, Portland State out, that is 3 playoff teams with the Cats, the Grizz, and the Hornets just not playing. Now, where do the games come from? Who knows? Cats, Grizz each say that they can play up to 2 games, non-conference. That doesn't mean they have to play those 2 games. It just means that they can play those 2 games. And it'll be interesting to see if any of that happens. It's just absolutely nuts, honestly, when you think about it, that we don't know if we're going to have a spring sports season on the college football front. Think about it this way, and I'm just rambling here, but think about this. Now that there's no football for the Cats and the Grizz, will there be football in the Frontier? Now, yes, you can play if you're Northern, Western, or Tech, but the optics are very bad. If you're playing but the big schools are not. And you're under that umbrella of the Montana University system. MSU Northern, Montana State University Northern. What is it? University of Montana, Montana Tech, something like that. The University of Montana Tech, the University of Montana. It's Tech. University of Montana Western. See, so, and that I was told this a couple of weeks ago by a very trusted source, that the main reason the Frontier didn't play football in the fall, even with 5 teams, Frontier was ready to tell the Cascade Conference to go screw itself with Southern Oregon, Eastern Oregon, and College of Idaho, because those 3 Cascade schools came out and said in the summer they were going to play football in the spring. Frontier said, well, forget that. We're going to go ahead and play 5 teams, 4-game schedule, whatever it was. 8-game schedule, play each other twice. Well, I was told a couple of weeks ago, and like I said, a very, very trusted source, that the Frontier basically had to pull out of the fall season because it was bad optics, that if the Cats and the Grizz aren't playing football, you probably shouldn't be on the field as well. So that takes out Tech, Western, and Northern and leaves just Carroll and Rocky. Well, who's going to watch 8 games of just Carroll and Rocky? Who's going to watch more than 2? See what I'm getting at? I don't see the Frontier playing fall or spring football. Fall football, yes. Why don't we just wait? And I said this since last March with COVID. Why don't we just wait an entire year? Cancel everything for an entire year, reset. That way we can have fans in the stands of, 4,000 instead of 249. That way we can have 20,000 fans or 26,000 fans instead of 1,000 spread around Washington Grizzly or Bobcat Stadium or Nelson Stadium or Bob Green Field. I mean, any of them. And I would think that MSU Northern would want to open up its brand new field in the fall when it can have fans, not in the spring when nobody can go to the game. So I think the Frontier would be wise, because it's not a money deal, because you're not making money if you don't have fans in the stands, right? So if it's not a money deal, why play? Why risk anything to not be able to play in the fall? Let's just wait and have the fall season. Just my 2 cents. You can weigh in if you want. At Jay Walker Sports on the Twitter. You can Facebook me. You can email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. Auto Contest Performance of the Week is coming up, and your nominations are flowing in. Also had some pretty good ones we'll get to here in a second. Some high scores in basketball. But congratulations to the year-end winners of the Montana Pro Rodeo Circuit Finals held over the weekend at Majestic Valley Arena up at Kalispell. And the winners, as well as the average winner, go to the Kissimmee, Florida for the Ram Circuit Finals scheduled for April. Montana winners on the circuit, Richmond champion in bareback. He entered with the lead. He leaves with the lead. Brady Tryon and Matt Robertson in team roping. Sean Downing in steer wrestling. Chase Brooks, saddle bronc. Haven Medjid in tie down. Haven won all 3 goes to win, as well as the average title. Lindsay Kruse, who we'll talk with coming up, won the barrel racing for the 5th time overall. And Parker Bredding, great to see Parker back in bull riding. Parker had dealt with some injuries, but started feeling healthier last year. And we talked to him earlier in 2020, and he was starting to feel real good. And it's great to see Parker Bredding back. And just some great family history, too, in the circuit finals, with including Bredding. Wyatt Bloom, former Bobcat bareback rodeo star, won the average in bareback. Radley Day and Taylor Williams in team roping. Scott Gunther in steer wrestling. Brooks also, and Medjid also, and Bredding also won the average in their respective events. Erin Williams won the barrel racing average, which is her first season at Montana Circuit. So Travis Nelson in saddle bronc, Bryce Bott in tie down, and Hawk Witt in bull riding earned spots to the national finals, circuit finals. because they finished second because Bredding, Medjed, and Brooks each won their average as well as the year-end titles. So Luke G., your all-around champ. Speaking of another great rodeo family, and circuit finals all-around champ was Caden Camp. So congratulations to all the winners, and we'll talk with Lindsay Kruse coming up here in about 10 minutes or so. All right, here is some of your outstanding performances from the weekend. Sentinel's Alex Germer put up 37 in a win over Capital Saturday. 37. Emily Adkins of Bridger had 31, as did Dougie Peoples of Butte Central. Darby's Colin Duggan had 28 on Saturday night. Colden Hoversland of Luster Christian put up 28, as did Jace Hill of Columbia Falls. Some other high scorers. Jackson Lang of Lone Peak with 27. Emmy Collins, West Yellowstone, 26. 25 for Jake Olson. And was it who had Emily Adkins had 30 and also had 21 over the weekend, I believe. Riley Reimer, Valley Christian with some big numbers. Rachel Van Blaricum of Jefferson put up 22, as did Gavin Vandenacre of Townsend. Bryce Grebe put up 23 for Melstone. There was just some fantastic performances. Soraya Magan of Sealy Swan, 24 points. And the list goes on and on. The 20-pointers for the weekend, for Saturday anyway. There was some other ones over the weekend, Thursday, Friday as well. But fun stuff. And if you need to want to get your performance of the week nomination in, do so at Jaywalker Sports on the Twitter. You can Facebook, and also you can get a hold of us. Email Jason at jasonwalkershow.com. The Helena girls won the Butte High Invitational Swim Meet Saturday. Butte was second, Capital third, East Helena was fourth. How about that? Boys, Helena, Butte, Capital, East Helena. So there you go. Good performances there as well. There's some great swimming in the state of Montana. And swimming is overlooked. I can't swim, but I respect those who definitely can. It is not something that's easy. And congratulations to you if you swim and you swim well. And you just stay alive. That's fantastic. Let's see. Colton Young of Zorky, 34 points. Lindsay Hine of Forsyth had 33. Grace Leckvold of Scobie with 30. Sloan McPherson of Savage, Cooper Oxerat of Malta, each with 30 on Friday night. Joe Sema of Harrison Willow Creek put up 29. So keep those flowing in. Drea Wacker continues to score. Cade Cutler, 21. And, Derek Zimmerman from Winnett Grass Range put up a 20 spot on Friday. So excellent, excellent stuff. We'll take a break. We'll come back. And when we do, we're going to check in with Lindsay Kruse, 13-time qualifier to the Montana Circuit Finals and a 5-time winner. And we'll chat about her and her runs over the weekend on Cover Girl, her horse, as well as her family. We'll talk about her family. It's a great family. Husband Jesse, and then the kids. And we'll talk to Lindsay Kruse next when we come back. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. And if you are in a vehicle wreck and you need to go somewhere to get your vehicle doctored up, take it to Capital Collision Center. Now, here's why. Playbooks, like in sports, are important. Like, hey, here's how we're going to draw this play up. Here's how we're going to run it. Here's how we're going to do it. Well, they do the same with your vehicle. And these automakers have playbooks of how to literally put your vehicle back together if something has been wrong. From the tiniest little thing, screw, or thing, whatever you want to call it, But that's what Capital Collision Center follows, is this playbook. And they put your vehicle back exactly the way it looked before the wreck. And it looks like you just drove it off the lot when you drive it off the lot at Capital Collision Center. Check them out on Euclid in Helena. Right back with Lindsay Kruse next, Jason Walker Show.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918, or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today. Yes, it's true that Montana is a long way from the Gulf Coast, but you can bring that Cajun flavor home with a stop at Cafe Zydeco. From po' boys to classic sandwiches, Cafe Zydeco has all the best Cajun in town. Are you in the mood for seafood gumbo or crawfish etouffee? Maybe you're craving jambalaya with some shrimp and grits. Head in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or call ahead for pickup or delivery. Cafe Zydeco will fix all your southern cravings, even on a chilly Montana day. Cafe Zydeco is a proud sponsor of The Jason Walker Show.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $299. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
Welcome back to the Jason Walker Show.
Welcome back on a Monday, Jason Walker Show. This segment brought to you by Rucker's Furniture. Make the quality choice for your home at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena. Still to come, your Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. And speaking of Auto Concepts, the cold is coming. I promise. We're going to get colder, especially next month and through probably a little bit through March. That's why you need a remote starter so you can sit in your home before you leave. You hit the couple of buttons on your fob. Your vehicle starts up. It warms up. You get in. Your butt's not cold. Get to Auto Concepts today and get that remote starter. Or get it for your wife. Because if you don't have a garage, then you really need to take care of your wife's car before yours, right, guys? All right, so over the weekend we had the Montana Circuit Finals, the 42nd edition of the Pro Rodeo Finals for the state of Montana and the Circuit of Montana, and some great winners, and we recapped them. And to join us now to talk about her big win as well as the weekend is a great friend of the show. We've known her for a long time, and she's got a fantastic family. Her name is Lindsay Kruse, and she is your barrel racing, not world champ, maybe someday, probably. Well, I don't think she has that aspiration, but your circuit final champ for sure, for the 5th time. Her name is Lindsay Kruse, and she joins us now here on the Jason Walker Show. Well, first off, congratulations, a 5th year-end title for the Montana Pro Rodeo Finals. How special is this one?
I think it was pretty special just because I felt like we weren't going to be able to rodeo this last year. So I think I craved it and she craved it. So, it made it special that we actually had a finals to go to.
You had it pretty much wrapped up by the time you guys had gotten to Kalispell, but you still have to go out and perform, and you still had the average checks to win. Still a lot of money up for grabs, but just did you go for the wins, or did you just kind of take it easy and think, okay, I'm just going to finish?
I definitely wanted to go and win more money than I had. She stayed consistent. I thought the pattern might be a little bit bigger because usually it's bigger in there, but they made things smaller, and she was good inside and small, but her forte is big outdoor. So I knew it would be a little bit of a challenge to clock faster, but that's all right. She made good runs and stayed consistent and won a little bit of money, and and she's trophy. So I guess that's all that matters to me. So.
Lindsay Kruse, our guest here, and of course the she keeps talking about is her horse of the year for the Montana circuit, and that is Cover Girl. You've been on her for what, about 5 years now?
Gosh, let's see. I got her as a 6-year-old, and she's 10, so about 4 years.
Okay.
Got her.
All right.
Yeah.
She's still pretty awesome horse, though.
Yes, very much. Yep. She did have a season off, due to being pregnant with her third child. So really, she's only, this is like her third year of going to rodeos. So
right, and you meant you were pregnant with the third, not her.
Correct. That's right.
That she's what, 2 now? 3?
She is. Yep.
Yep, 2.
Yep, she's 2.
Because I think she was born right about the same time my little one was born in 2018. So.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah,
yep.
about a month apart. All right. So you mentioned the pattern up there and not knowing what it was going to be like. And it ended up, did it favor you guys a little bit?
Yeah, it was, versus like the Great Falls arena that we usually run in, that's kind of a cockeyed hard pattern to run in. This one, I just, it is a bigger pattern usually, but they kind of made it smaller just because they had VIP tables. So that I was not expecting, but it was definitely a lot better to run in, straight shot to the barrels instead of having it coming off the side. And so, yeah, that was definitely good for us barrel racers. So
when you look at barrel racing and the patterns, you usually know ahead of time when you go into an arena what it's going to look like. You said it was a little bit of a difference in Majestic Valley over the weekend, but do you prepare differently for smaller versus the larger patterns?
I think so. At least for myself, my warm up might be a little bit different. Like if you're in a tiny indoor, I feel like you don't want them to shoulder and really respect your feet just to be able to move them over. Because they can get pretty turny. And then if it was like a big arena, big pattern, you want them rating a little bit more. So I just make sure she's respecting that. So yeah, I think for myself, I prepare a little bit different versus bigger and smaller patterns. So.
Circuit champion barrel racing Lindsay Kruse, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. You mentioned this year or last year, we didn't know if we were going to get to rodeo, and really, we lost about half of our normal rodeos, especially on the Montana circuit. It was a struggle just to know if we were going to get a finals after knowing we were going to rodeo a little bit here, but B, it was a lot of different traveling for you guys. How different was it this summer?
It felt more like compressed. It felt like, I didn't start till 4th of July week, and then about mid-September it ended. So it was kind of congested for a little bit, and then it was just kind of, tapered off. So it wasn't as busy, but yet it felt like we still had enough to go to. We were moving and building a house at the same time, so it made it nice to be able to go home for longer periods of time. Mm-hmm. So I guess that was one benefit to last year.
You guys did move, and I talked to Jesse earlier the last year, but you guys did move down to the Red Lodge, Fromberg area. Why move?
Yep.
I mean, Winston was great. You were right here in our backyard.
Right, yes, Winston. We do miss Winston. We always said we could pick that up and move it to wherever we'd really like to be. It would have been perfect, but with more family over here, and we just kind of wanted to get out of the Helena area to find just smaller schools, and it really just fits us over here. So, yeah, more farming, ranching community in this area. So we just absolutely love it.
And building a house, how different was it? How hard was it, I guess?
Well, it's the second time we've done it, so we kind of knew a little bit, but I think this time around I like to be a little bit more involved, and so it was good, though. But I would say everything turned out like we like it, and we were able to move in right before the holidays, so it was great.
Oh, fantastic. So did you guys stay in your living quarters then the whole time?
We did. We let's see, it's been last year right after circuit finals. We left to go south, and we pretty much were in a horse trailer ever since, because as soon as we got home last year, we had to pack up the house and leave. And then, so yeah, from about end of January last year to November. So it was interesting with 3 kids, but
I bet.
we made it work, and, you know, we just appreciated our house that much more.
All right. So when you're traveling, how many horses are with you?
We usually just have mine, just cover girl, and then sometimes the kids will bring a horse.
Okay.
So that's all I've got time for right now. It's just one at the moment.
There you go. Lindsay Kruse, our guest here, Jason Walker Show. You do get to go back to Kissimmee, Florida. Hopefully it's in Kissimmee in April. Circuit, or the National Circuit Finals. That is a special place because you don't normally think of, well, the Southeast much for rodeo, but you've been down there a lot. You know what it is like. How much does that help you each and every year when you get to go down?
I think it does, as long as, you know, they have it there this year. I've ran in there with a couple different horses, and it always seems to be great ground. And the kids always have fun, kind of like a little mini vacation. So we think it's great. Well,
isn't any time you guys are on a road a mini vacation for the kids?
That's right. At least we think so. They might not know.
There you go.
No, they do enjoy it, though, quite a bit.
So Paisley, is she still mutton? Well, she's old enough, or too old now for mutton busting, right?
Right. Yeah. So Kree, we've kind of tried to push that a little bit, but he's about half and half interested, but not as much as Paisley was. So
well, she's like, I don't know if anybody will ever match her champion prowess on the on the mutton. Lindsay Kruse are joining us here. Jesse didn't have the weekend he wanted, but still a good year for him too.
Yeah, you know, it's a little bit tougher of a finals. You know, he hadn't gotten on anything since September. I think, you know, just injuries kind of reoccur, and so that's no fun. So, but yeah, it was fine, and we were just both happy to be there. So,
how many times have you guys gone together?
Oh, that's a good question. I think we've both been there about the same amount of years, which is about 13, I think I figured. But as a couple, I'm not quite sure. I think since maybe 2010, it seems like 2010. Yeah.
Okay. So you weren't dating when he won the world?
It just kind of were friends at that point. But yeah, not dating yet. So.
But he was like, okay, this is the girl that helped me get the world title. I better get with her.
Oh gosh, I don't know about that. No, he was the one. Let's see, high school rodeo. Yeah, I kind of knew him through high school rodeo growing up, and you know, I steered clear. No, I'm just kidding. No, yeah, it's been a little while. So
it has been, and you guys are one of the greatest couples. There's no doubt about that.
Well, thank you.
Have you ever done ski journeying?
No, you know, we've been invited a lot, but we have not yet to do it because it seems like we always are south when they start doing that in Helena. So yeah. Well,
I went down to Colorado last weekend and announced the ski journeying down there in Ridgeway. It is crazy.
Nice.
Like I had seen it, I knew what it was, but to watch it in person, it's absolutely nuts. Now, do you guys ski?
We were actually just talking about that, you know, near Kalispell there with the Whitefish Resort. But it's been a while. We snowboard, but I think we had just been saying that it's been since before kids, but the last time we went. So
Wow.
it's been a while.
Kids kind of change your life a little bit, don't they?
Yes, they do. Yes.
All for the
It
better,
takes
of
a lot
course.
time. Oh, of course.
So you've got CoverGirl, Lindsay. You're going to ride her for a while, but is there any others coming up that we should watch out for in the Kruse family?
I had a 5-year-old that I sold this last summer. That was pretty nice. It just kind of got to the point where I just ran out of time with kids and building a house and playing the rodeo. So I'd like to eventually, maybe when time slows down a little bit, like to get another prospect. So, but as of now, yeah, just CoverGirl. So.
Well, she's doing all she needs to do for you. There's no question about that. What's the year look like? When do you guys head south, or are you heading south this year?
Yeah, they've canceled quite a bit already. That would have been going on, about from now till March. So we've got San Antonio coming up next month that we'll go down to, and then just a couple little ones, and then it sounds like they've pushed Houston back down to May. So really, it's just kind of hit and miss until I guess we'll kind of see what happens this year. So we're hoping they pick up some rodeos, but we'll find out.
Well, when I talked to Haven Medjid before the national finals, he said that there was times, and you guys can probably relate to this, that you guys were passing rodeos, like driving 20 hours in passing cities, 5 cities that normally you'd stop at this year or last year. The traveling, though, I mean, it's always a pain, but especially when you're not making money because you're not riding. How tough was that?
That's right. Really tough. Yep. And, we've kind of been told it might just be a repeat year of last year, which we're hoping not. But, yeah, it was really hard. That's our living and, how you keep going. So it's for sure been tough, as it has been on a lot of other people. So.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And I talk to people in the rodeo industry a lot, and the stock contractors seem to be forgotten about because, they were selling stock. I mean, it was crazy because they wasn't bucking, they weren't making any money. And I just feel for the entire rodeo community last year. And if it's not going to be any better this year, man, how many people won't make it this time?
That's right. I know. So I'm hoping things turn around. So.
Well, you're always a pleasure to chat with. Congratulations on your 5th Montana Circuit Finals, and hopefully we'll see you down there in Kissimmee, and if not, we'll see you somewhere on the rodeo trail this summer.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Lindsay. Lindsay Kruse joining us on the Jason Walker Show and the Mike Miller State Farm Hotline. Appreciate her joining us. What a great family. I mean, Jesse, we know how good he is. Lindsay's fantastic, but and then you got the 3 little ones who are just firecrackers, and they are so much fun. And I mean, shoot, we were watching Paisley ride, 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. I mean, she's awesome on mutton busting, but I love that family and would do anything for them. So appreciate her joining us, and congratulations on the big win. Speaking of rodeo, there was PBR over the weekend. And it was held outside in Ocala, Florida, and it was getting what they call it, the Unleash the Beast American Roots Edition. They got back to outside events for the PBR, and Mauricio Moreira of Brazil won his first career victory, earning a $10,000 bonus and the Montana Silversmith's buckle. Junior Patrick Souza also was. Won the second competition. So they had 2 competitions, and there was one down there. And so both Brazilians won them. So each day constitutes a competition. And you have the 30 riders, followed by the championship top round of 12. And then the most points for the weekend is the winner. Jess Lockwood, about just under 3 seconds, 2.75, with 2.7 seconds on a bull named Fu Manchu. Is that how it went? He went 2.75 seconds on Dirty Sancho, or rather, Detroit Lean. Detroit Lean. Jose Vitor Leme, the defending world champ, was on Dirty Sancho. They both got hurt at 2.75. Lemme has an apparent right ankle fracture. Just Lockwood has an apparently broken jaw. Dude cannot stay healthy. He's a two-time world champ, but he cannot stay healthy, and that's a bummer because he's so good. Jose Vitor Lemme says he's hoping his ankle will heal naturally. He'll likely be out 2 months. But he has a baby born or coming due in February, according to Justin Falisco of the PBR. So he's actually not going to be missing out on much because, yeah, he's going to miss out on riding bulls with a broken ankle, but he's got a baby boy coming. So that's cool. Dakota Lewis of Browning did not score Sunday. He was 12th on Saturday. Currently sits 27th in the world standings. They will stay in Florida, the PBR will. The Arcadia Invitational in Arcadia, Florida, coming up this weekend. So some changes to the PBR, but at least they're bucking. There you go. Auto Contest Performance of the Week. Get your nominations in. Final call for those. Got some great ones. We'll hand out ours coming up. And we also have On This Day in History and much more still to come. Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center. We're coming right back.
Store-wide savings are what you'll find when you shop for new home furnishings at Rucker's Furniture. This means tremendous values on Helena's largest in-stock selection of home furnishings. When you shop Rucker's, you'll find store-wide savings on the furniture you want for every room in your home. And you'll also find our selection of Serta iComfort, the most comfortable beds in Helena. 12-month financing is available with approved credit on most purchases over $289. Ask for details. You'll find store-wide savings at Rucker's Furniture, 1010 Dearborn, Helena.
New vehicles keep coming, and Capital Collision Center keeps earning certifications to repair them. They're Helena's newest GM-certified facility. No matter the make or year, they repair your car to manufacturer's standards and requirements, maintaining its safety and value. Montana state law says it's your vehicle and it's your choice where you have it repaired. Choose Capital Collision Center, certified in GM, Subaru, and Nissan, and Helena's only shop certified in Honda, Acura, and Ford. When you value safety, go to Capital Collision Center on Euclid.
Have you thought about buying a home and just don't know where to begin? Well, when it comes to one of the most important purchases one can make, we understand it can be frustrating and confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let the Major Mortgage team help you with all your mortgage needs. Major Mortgage means major service, and we would love the opportunity to help you today. Give J.R. McFadden, NMLS number 1246357, a call today at 406-465-1918. Or you can visit him at 2001 11th Avenue, Building A, Suite 3 in Helena. Major Mortgage is a division of AMCAP Mortgage, NMLS number 129122, equal housing lender.
Who doesn't love being number one? When your team's dominating the standings, or your favorite band rocks the charts at number one, it feels good, right? Kind of like how it feels when you have auto insurance with State Farm. Because making you feel like number one is an honor your local State Farm agent takes seriously. Through the good times and not so good, your State Farm agent's proud to be here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Mike Miller in Helena today.
Welcome back. Final segment on a Monday, Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center, hanging out. Major Mortgage Man Cave. I don't know why, I was just thinking about golfing. Can't wait till golf season comes around. And yet we're still waiting for snow. How crazy is that? It is the middle of January, and we're still waiting for snow. It could be a long summer. Dry. We need moisture, up in the mountains especially. Well, that's where we'll take it, right? Jason Walker Show is always happy to be with you. Great guest coming up this week. Tomorrow we're going to talk some basketball, but you'll want to stick around after 5. Marlon Hargis will join us from the group Exile. Remember the Kiss You All Over, Exile? Yep. Marlon Hargis will join us at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. And if you miss it, we'll put it up online. Wednesday, we will talk with Capital Girls coach Katie Garson-Forba, also former Republican GOP chair in Nevada, Amy Tarkanian, will join us after the inauguration. Mindy Robinson will join us on Thursday, scheduled, subject to change. And we'll talk, get her thoughts on what's going on across the country as well. And it's going to be a good week. Could be a good week. Talk some high school hoops, maybe some wrestling too. It's going to be fun. Always look forward to getting back in this chair each and every day. All right, let's see here. Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. We had some great nominees, some great performances all across the board. I did see, was it Aaron Hicks of the New York Yankees got a hole-in-one on a par 4 down in Arizona? To which I say, big deal. Happy Gilmore accomplished that feat just about 20 years ago. No? Oh, goodness. All right, inauguration coming up Wednesday. Are you going to watch? How about you give me your thoughts tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday? Yeah, let's do that. I think we should do that. All right, Auto Concepts Performance of the Week. Wow, there was some great performances on the hardwood, in the pool, and on the mats. But Auto Concepts Performance of the Week is going to go to all of our winners at the Montana Pro Rodeo Circuit Finals up at Majestic Valley Arena in Kalispell. Richmond champion, who won in bareback, Brady Tryon and Matt Robertson in team roping. Steer wrestling, Sean Downing. Chase Brooks in saddle bronc. Haven Medjid, former world champ, won tie down. Lindsay Kruse, whom we spoke with earlier today, barrel racing. And Parker Bredding won the bull riding title again. They're all headed to Kissimmee, Florida in April, scheduled, along with Radley Day and Taylor Williams, Wyatt Bloom, Aaron Williams, and Scott Gunther as well. And along with Travis Nelson, Bryce Bott, and Hawk Witt. So congratulations to all of our Montana Circuit Finals champions. That's awesome and well-deserved. And granted, the money wasn't nearly as good as it was the year before, but when you can't rodeo half as much as you normally do, then I just got a charge of something here. Anyway, okay, seeing what it is. Anyway, congratulations to all of our winners. Like I said, fantastic, fantastic stuff. Let's see here. Mets involved in a trade. That's good. Go Mets. Baseball is just around the corner. Just saying. Golf season, baseball season coming up. I know it's crappy for the skiers and snowboarders, but I love that warm weather. All right, today is January the 18th. It is National Peking Duck Day, National Thesaurus Day. It is Winnie the Pooh Day, Michigan Day, and Martin Luther King Jr. Day. On this date in 1778, Captain James Cook stumbled over the Sandwich Islands, later became known as the Hawaiian Islands. 1896, the first college basketball game with 5 players on each side was played at the University of Iowa. School invited student-athletes from Chicago, University of, for an experimental game, and Chicago beat Iowa 15-12. There was more points scored in 1896 in games than there was by a couple of teams in Montana 124 years later. 25 years later. Man. 1950 on this date, Cleveland Indians pitcher Bob Feller went 15-14 and took a $20,000 pay cut to $45,000 It was his suggestion. When's the next time a player who has a subpar season is going to take a pay cut on his own and say, or her, say, I don't deserve to make this much? It's not going to happen. Especially in the pro basketball or the pro football or pro baseball. 1951, NFL rules that tackles, guards, and centers are ineligible for the forward pass. 1958, Willie O'Ree, the first African-American to appear in the NHL, making his debut for the Boston Bruins in a win over Montreal. On this date, 1976, Super Bowl X, Miami. Pittsburgh beats Dallas 21-17. Lynn Swann, the MVP. Pretty good football player, terrible athletic director at USC. In 1983, the International Olympic Committee restored Jim Thorpe's Olympic medals, the pentathlon and decathlon victories, 70 years after they were taken away. He'd been paid $25 in semi-pro baseball. Let's see, 1974, The $6 Million Man with Lee Majors premiered on TV. 1975, on this date, The Jeffersons premiered. Spinoff from All in the Family. Could you imagine the Jeffersons or All in the Family being on the air today? Hell no. Cancel culture, no way. 1779, happy birthday, Peter Mark Roget, British lexicographer, Roget's thesaurus. He was also an inventor. He invented the slide rule, born in London. 1955, happy birthday, Kevin Costner. Great actor. And 2016, Glenn Fry died on this date at the age of 67. Tough one there for Eagles fans. He had such a great, his solo song, The Heat Is On, that was the best. But there you go. Let's do this.
We're almost at the end of the show. What did we learn? And what did he miss? Time for the walk-off.
Great show today. Thanks to Lindsay Kruse for joining us and our Auto Contest Performance of the Week. She's part of it. All of the winners at the Montana Pro Rodeo Circuit Finals. By all intents, or by all the stories that I've heard, great weekend up there in the Flathead Valley at Majestic Valley Arena. And congratulations to everybody for getting it put together. Nobody knew if we were going to have a rodeo season, like Lindsay said. Told us earlier, if you missed it, you can go to jasonwalkershow.com. But they were able to get the season mostly completed, and then they got into the finals, which is fantastic. Because that's where the money's made. And those folks out on the road did a great job this summer. Let's see. Tomorrow, we'll talk some hoops. And Exiles, Marlon Hargis will join us. Looking forward to that. You can follow us on Instagram, my personal account, or the show account. You can follow us on Snapchat. You can get us on Facebook, Twitter, Parler, Rumble. I think Parler's back. Big tech and censorship. What a joke. You can follow us on YouTube as well. For everything, though, go to jasonwalkershow.com. Hope you had a great weekend. Let's kick off a great week, shall we? Regardless of what's going to take place on Wednesday. The lies, the cheating, the fiasco that will be that. Let's still have a great week, shall we? And we'll do it together right here, Jason Walker Show, presented by Capital Collision Center.
The Jason Walker Show is produced by the Jason Walker Media Company. Any reuse, rebroadcast, or retransmission without the express written consent of the Jason Walker Show is strictly prohibited. Just listen, watch, and enjoy.